Alright, so today it is Friday, which means it's Foundation Friday. Every single Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time on my channel, I do a foundation video. But in today's video, I wanted to do a video trying out ULTA's foundation quiz. I did one on Sephora. A couple months ago, I tried out Sephora's foundation finder, so I'll link that video in the eye and down below. But I thought it'd be fun to do the same thing with ULTA's foundation quiz and see how accurate it is. ULTA also carries different kinds of foundations, and obviously they have drugstore foundations as well. So I took ULTA's foundation quiz and bought whatever the heck they told me. So if you're excited for this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Burrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. All right, so when you start out, it says you're gonna tell them about the coverage, finish, and the one benefit you're looking for. We'll do the matchmaking and find your best foundation yet. So the first section, coverage, I selected full coverage. It says conceals most problem areas, acne, scars, and birthmarks for a flawless look. Then it goes on to the finish question. It says what foundation finish makes you look flawless? I obviously chose dewy. I'm a little dewy obsessed. Then we move on to the benefit section, and this is the one foundation benefit that you care most about. I wanted to select like 4 on here. I probably would have selected long wear, evens tone, hydrates. Okay, so I guess 3. So since my skin is dry, I was gonna go with hydrates, but then I read the description for the evens tone one, and it said a flawless base and smooth texture. And texture is one of my big issues with foundation. I really like a foundation that is smoothing. So I ended up going with evens tone, and I figured since I chose the dewy finish, hopefully I would still get a foundation that was a little bit more hydrating because of that. Your matches are revealed, and I got 10 results here. So I've actually tried quite a few of these, but there were a few that I haven't tried. I love the It Cosmetics CC Illumination. That Cargo Bag Foundation I actually just reviewed during 15 Days of Foundation. Nars Sheer Glow. I don't actually know if I have a dedicated video on Nars Sheer Glow. If not, I will do that. The LA Girl Foundation I do feel like falls under all of those categories. It's smoothing, it's dewy, it's good for dry skin, it's hydrating. I haven't tried the Lorac Perfection Foundation, so I actually also ordered that one. So out of the 10 recommendations, they did give me 3 drugstore priced options. So we have the Note Luminous Moisturizing Foundation, which I have not tried. L'Oreal Lumi have a video on that. LA Girl have a video on that too. So I ended up going with the Lancome Renergy Lift Anti-Wrinkle Lifting SPF 20 Foundation. So this foundation retails for $47. You get 1 fluid ounce of product, so it's definitely not a cheap foundation. So I ended up going with the shade 140, which you guys will see how it works out, but there is a shade 110 underneath that. I think the reason why I went with 140 is because 110 in the past has been super pink and also too light for me, so I figured 140 would probably be closer, but I am going to do swatches in a second, but let's read a little bit about this thing. There are a lot of words on this page about this foundation. Basically, if I were to sum this up, it's supposed to be kind of an anti-aging, anti-wrinkle, younger than ever, make your complexion look even and line-free. It says it's for normal to dry skin types, which I am, moderate to full coverage, instantly lifts the appearance of lines, fights against wrinkles. It's supposed to be kind of more dewy, gives you an optical radiance effect, has vitamin E in it, fragrance-free, non-comedogenic. So everything it says on here is typically exactly what I gravitate towards. I want something that's a little bit dewier, plumping. As far as the description, sounds good to me. I'm going to start swatches right here so you can see how the shade 140 compares to some of my other foundations. I am moving right now. I'm pre-filming all these videos, so my makeup is completely packed right now. I have a few foundations I left on my desk, mostly just for swatching and like everyday use, so unfortunately I can't compare these to my Lancome foundations right now, but I'm going to pop in some swatches right here so you can get kind of an idea of how 140 looks against some of my other foundations. All right, so here are some foundation swatches. Right here is the Lancome foundation in the not lightest shade, the shade 140. Next to it right here is Nars Natural Radiant Foundation in Mont Blanc, Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Foundation in Porcelain, Dermacol 208 and CYO Life Proof in 101. Both of these are pretty close shade matches for me. And right here's the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in the shade N10. I'm gonna do my usual 10-hour wear test with this one, flash test, everything. So here we go, Foundation Friday. Okay, so it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning right now. I am excited for this one because I feel like everything as far as it claims is like exactly what I want in a foundation. So we'll see how it is. I have no idea how the shade is gonna be on me. I thought it would be closer than the 110 shade, but we'll see. I haven't done swatches yet. This is like a very tiny pump. What the heck? It's like smaller than my finger. I do have my face with my Sigma F80 flat top and my other half with a sponge. I also wanted to let you guys know that as of right now when I'm editing this, and this is going up, the Sigma set that I did is live again. So we have more in stock, so hopefully there's one for everyone now. And I'm going to leave that down below, linked in the description box if you wanted to get your hands on one of the limited edition sets. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I did a whole announcement video that I'll also link down below. So let's do the brush side first. I've already washed, moisturized, prepped my skin. Oh, I think the shade is going to be perfect if it doesn't oxidize. It says it's fragrance free. Oh, I feel like it's already oxidizing. Yeah. It's already darkening a bit. It's about a shade too dark, maybe even 2 shades. Don't know if it's showing up, but it's definitely too dark. Maybe I should have gone with 110. It's looking pretty nice so far. I love the glow. Definitely light coverage. I can still see everything coming through. It basically just covered up some of my redness on my cheeks. It feels very lightweight and it has a nice glide to it. It doesn't feel like it's dragging or anything. It almost feels a little bit like the Becca Aqualuminous right now. So everything except the shade right now, I'm liking. It's looking pretty. I'm going to pull this all the way down my neck in a second, but let's try the sponge side. I wish I could swatch it next to the Lancome foundations, but those are all packed. For a more natural looking foundation, this is looking really pretty so far. Love the radiance. Love how lightweight it feels. Ooh, that looks pretty. Look at how glowy and nice and smooth that looks up there. Might have gotten a tiny bit better coverage on the brush side. Overall, yeah, it looks about the same sponge and brush with this one. So I think you could go either way. You can still see scarring and stuff coming through, so I would say this is definitely more light coverage. I would not call this full coverage, at least off that one layer. I'm going to take my sponge, though, and just try and build this up a little bit right on my scarring. See if we can get it a little bit better coverage. Not a whole lot. So I think it's safe to say this is probably high light coverage. When I say that, some people get confused. I just mean out of light coverage, it's like the highest light coverage, not quite medium coverage, but it's not super light coverage. Okay, I'm gonna do some major neck action right now. Pull this all the way down. I have a shit ton to do today. I have a lot of moving things to do, furniture deliveries, editing. So I'm gonna be out and about, so I'm gonna try not to have a super dark face right now. All right, so right now it's looking pretty. It looks really nice and just kind of natural, glowy. It just kind of makes my skin look a little bit better without looking super makeup-y. I think this is definitely more for people who just want more of a natural looking foundation. I really like how it looks on my forehead. Look at that glow. Oh, it actually feels weird. It feels like it's drying down to almost like a little bit of a powder finish. I can still feel it a tiny bit, but it feels very like thin and natural on the face. Doesn't feel super sticky. I do think I could blend stuff on top of here, which is exciting. That's interesting because it looks really luminous, but it actually kind of sets down. So right now it's 9:09. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's now 9:40. I cannot remember the last time I saw you guys. I think it was 9:10. We're just gonna call the check-in time 9:15. I didn't powder my face or anything like usual, so that's about when the check-in should be. Everything blended out really easily on top. I didn't feel like there was any kind of drag to it, which I really liked. It does feel super lightweight, and it's really bizarre because it's super glowy, but again, to the touch, it doesn't feel super makeup-y, so that's a huge bonus right there. I think it looks beautiful. If you like radiant, more natural looks, and even now that I have my concealer and stuff on, I didn't spot concealer anywhere, but I feel like now that I have the rest of my makeup on, it's looking like a lot more coverage. It doesn't look quite as natural, also probably because I have a shit ton of makeup on right now, but if I did a more natural look, I think this could pass as like a natural looking foundation, but also doesn't look too light coverage with this kind of like dramatic look. Did I turn my mic on? I feel like it's making my forehead look so nice and plump. It's not settling into any of my lines up here, and it is supposed to be good for wrinkles. This foundation sounds like it's geared more towards a little bit mature skin or maturing skin. Maturing, hi. I had someone the other day point out a gray hair to me. Can you not? Right now, I think literally the only thing I'm not liking is just the shade. And again, they do have a lighter shade, so I'm definitely gonna pick that up if I end up really liking this one by the end of the day. So the makeup on the rest of my face, I have not been able to put this freaking bronzer down. This is the MUA Bronze Perfection Matte. Such a beautiful tone. Love this bronzer. I don't know why I ever stopped using it. My blush I use Physicians Formula Vintage Rouge Butter Blush, and we have some lashes chilling on there. I have those lash things where you put the lashes back into the case, but how do you know which lash is which then? For highlight, I use Physicians Formula Butter Highlight. Mine is kind of broken, but this one's in the shade Pink Rose. And then I tried out the Tarte Toasted palette. I actually got this one off of Glambot, and so far so good. Wasn't like totally blown away, but I mean, everything was easy to work with, blended out. I've been really liking bringing my eyeliner a little bit farther in and almost creating like a cat eye thing. I feel like it just like elongates the eyes a little bit, so that's what I did. Been doing that. And then my lipstick is e.l.f. Metallic Lip Crayon. This is in the shade Magnetic Mauve. This is such a freaking pretty color. That is all my makeup, I think. Okay, whoa, I just discovered that my computer can kind of be used as like a chin reflector. So as far as how the Ulta foundation picker worked, I think everything except the full coverage claim. I wouldn't call this full coverage. I definitely wouldn't put this in the full coverage category, but I do think it falls under the radiance category, the dewy finish, and then also when I selected even skin tone and it said that it was smoothing, I would say that this is a smoothing foundation. It's definitely not one that's emphasizing my texture or anything, which can be hard to find. So we're gonna do a flash test so you can see how it looks in flash photography, and then also I'm gonna show you guys a clip in natural lighting. So here we are in natural lighting. I think it looks so freaking pretty and glowy. Look at that. Again, this is one if you like glowy skin. If not, you're not gonna like this one. But my forehead looks bomb. So let's go do a flash test right now. Ooh, it looks pretty in flash. Looks nice. There's not a major flashback, even though there is SPF 20 in here. Keep in mind it is about a shade or two too dark for me, so that kind of helps. So if there is flashback, it wouldn't make it look as light as if it matched me. So maybe that's why, but in flash, this shade looks nice on my skin. Again, it looks really smoothing. So yeah, looks really pretty in flash. See you guys in a few hours in natural lighting for the next check-in. Okay, so I'm actually in my new place right now. So this is gonna be the filming room. It probably sounds super echoey right now because there's no furniture in here and it's just wood floors. Right now it's 2:15, so it's been on for 5 hours. And I was out running errands and stuff and was looking at it in the mirror. Like I went to Home Goods, saw it in the mirror, and it looked beautiful. Obviously the only thing is the shade. It actually is looking like it matches, but my face definitely looks orange. Doesn't seem to be like breaking down a whole lot yet. I don't have a mirror right here to check it out, but I did just look in the bathroom mirror. So here's what it looks like. Love how lightweight this feels. Like I don't feel like I'm wearing a foundation right now. I am pretty sure as soon as I get on Wi-Fi, I don't have the internet set up here yet, but as soon as I get on Wi-Fi, I'm gonna order the shade 110. That's how excited I am about this one. I am gonna be vlogging parts of this move, so I think that might actually go up first. So check that out. If it's up, I'll link it down below and in the eye. But I'll see you guys in a few hours for the last check-in. Just set down this mirror in water apparently. But it's now 7:15. There's the time. There it is. It looks and feels so lightweight and just radiant that it doesn't look super makeup-y. Like when I look at my forehead, it just looks like a nice like veil over it almost. I would say that this is one that's definitely good on texture. I mean, you can't even really see it a whole lot sitting up there, which, you know, if you have textured skin is hard to find. I do look a little bit drier slash creasier around this area, which usually happens, but overall, I mean, I've been looking in the mirror and stuff, and every time I've looked at my face in different lighting throughout the day today, I really love how this foundation looks. So I'm excited. I feel like we haven't had this big of a winner since like the last 15 days foundation series. This one kind of reminds me of the Becca foundation, but right now I'm liking this one a little bit more, just like the way it sits on my skin. I am gonna order the shade 110. I might have to mix the two. I have a feeling that one will be too light. This one's too dark, so I'm just gonna keep this one and I'll mix those two shades probably. This might be too much glow for some people, but if you like glow and if you have dry skin especially, I think this one could be a winner. I feel like there's like a spider on my leg. Nope, just need to shave my legs. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Foundation Friday. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can subscribe. Notifications haven't been going out for videos, so just know that I upload every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm gonna be having some bonus videos coming the next few weeks. YouTube, man. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.